Hi, I'm Evan Christian, a research officer here at iTrust. I'll be taking you on a tour of our water distribution testbed, also known as WaDi.
WaDi was built mainly as a testbed to test cyber defenses for the water distribution plants and generate attacks to simulate what can be done to disrupt the water distribution process. It is a testbed which simulates a supply of 10 gallons per minute or 37.8 liters per minute of filtered water into the city. In this tour, I will be explaining what each stage contains as well as the processes of the testbed. The first stage in the water distribution process is the primary grid. Water from the secure water treatment testbed or an external supply is provided to the raw water tank and is stored until it is required to refill the elevated reservoirs in stage 2. Before storage, it is treated with chemicals so that it is potable. Stage 2 is divided into 3 substages: the elevated reservoir stage, the booster pump stage, and the distribution stage. In the elevated reservoir stage, the water is stored in the elevated tanks to be distributed. The water quality is checked to see whether it is good enough to be distributed to the consumers. A threshold of 5% difference in water quality is used to check for contaminants. If the difference is above the threshold, the water is drained. Else, the water moves to the next substage. The next substage is the gravity and booster stage. Water in this stage is delivered to the consumer's tanks using gravity and booster pumps. By default, water is delivered using gravity. However, in the case where gravity supply is not able to meet the demands for 10 minutes, the booster pumps will be activated for 10 minutes to supply the additional water needed by the consumers. The last substage is the distribution stage, where water is delivered to the 6 consumer tanks. Each consumer tank has a demand value that is required to be met in a 4-hour interval. This demand value can be modified depending on the scenario. Stage 3 is the return water stage. The water that has been used by the consumers is stored in a return water tank. Water that reaches this stage is treated with some chemicals to return the water to its original and undrinkable state. The water is then returned to the primary grid so that it can be used again in the process. Alright, that'll be all for the tour of the water distribution testbed that we have in iTrust. Thank you so much for your attention.